Check. Okay, I can hear myself. All right, I can hear myself. Good. All right. Ooh. Don't know what is on. All right, I'm waiting till some people come in. Wait for some people to come in. I want to talk to you guys about the importance of picking out the right gear when garment decorating. We're going to be doing a lot more lives. Got 9 people in the chat. Give this video a thumbs up as you enter and let me know exactly where you are from. Nora Richardson, what is going on? Hello from Potomac, Michigan. Adi Sudati. Did I say that right? Adi Sudutu. Adi Sudutu. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if I said that right. Nikiti Workshop. Hello from New York. Hello. Angel B Designs in the building. If you guys are not subscribed to Angel B Designs, you better go subscribe to Angel B Designs and check out how to operate that Romeo, right? Joseph Charles from Mississippi. Shout out to you. Milaja, Nini, gotcha. Okay, so guys, where have I been? Right? I haven't posted in like a week. Where have I been? I have been making merch like crazy. And you hear an embroidery machine running in the background. Give me a thumbs up in the chat, guys. Give me a thumbs up. Got 21 people in the chats in the on the live so far. Give me some thumbs up. So let me see that thumbs up go up so I can drop you guys some gems and things that I've been thinking about that I need to relay to you. All right. It's a Romanian name. Suditu. Okay. Adi Suditu. All right, got it. Katrina Gosha, what's going on? Long time no see. Yes, I caught the live. Yes, you did. So Adi Suditu. I got it. So all right, let me get a few more thumbs ups, guys, and check out the rhinestone shirt and how it's doing this thing. And even though the Eagles did not win, it's still okay. So, all right, Karen, what's going on, Karen? So in the garment decorating industry, a lot of times when we look for equipment, I think, and in the chat, let me know what you think about it. I think people spend a lot of time focusing on the wrong things. Let me elaborate. A lot of times people will spend so much time thinking about this vinyl cutter, that vinyl cutter, this heat press, that heat press, this embroidery machine, that embroidery machine. And I'm going to make a recorded video about this subject, but I just want to elaborate on this on live, talk to you guys to hear what you guys think in person, right? Have you ever walked in a store, saw something that you like? Not you garment decorators, because our minds are different. Put yourself in a regular person standpoint. Oh my gosh, this embroidery design looks so good. I wonder what machine it was embroidered on. Said nobody, right? Oh my gosh, this shirt looks so good. I think it was screen printed. I wonder what screen print machine they used. Said nobody. Oh my gosh, look at the stitches in the shirt. I wonder if they used Iconics, or if they used the a brother embroidery machine, or I wonder if they used the Juki machine. Said nobody. I wonder what heat press they used to press this design on the shirt. Said nobody. I wonder what vinyl cutter they used to put this design on my shirt. Said nobody. Are you guys following here? You guys watch videos about garment decorating often, right? Almost every day. I know I did. You always see in the comments, you always see us, and we're content creators, so we're showing you guys what's out there for you. And we have a lot of this different equipment. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of people focus on what's the best vinyl cutter? What's the best heat press? What's the best embroidery machine? Oh, why are you running Ricoma embroidery machines? Why are you running Tajima machines? So to that I say, if I have an embroidery machine, right? Let's use embroidery machines for instance. Let me hold that thought. Let me get in the comments a little bit. This is exciting to catch a live. Thank you, Nora. Shouts out to you. Hello from Connecticut. Hello. Give me some thumbs ups, guys. This video got to get spread out a little bit. I got 31 people in the chat and 11 thumbs ups. Run those thumbs ups a little bit so I can keep on going. A-Dubb from Florida. What's going on? Depths Designs in the building. Base Chick Creates in the building. Hey, y'all from Tennessee. All right. Come on. Let me get a few more of those. As a beginner, I'm just trying to find the best route. The best route is the route that you like, that you feel comfortable with, that you are confident in selling, and that you feel as though like will start your business off the way you want your business to start off, right? Could be DTG, could be vinyl, could be, embroidery with a single needle or multi-needle. Nobody else can advise you on the best way to start. It's like, because you might not like what I suggest to you, right? So that's why I like to show you guys different things. I like the Ricoma machine. My thing is getting quality to getting the qualified to get one. Okay, that makes sense. But hey, nothing worth having in life comes easy. Think about it. Anything that we really want, anything that is of value, right, is going to make a significant impact in your life. It takes some type of sacrifice and some type of something to get, right? A good job, right? What do you got to do to get a good job? We got to prepare. We got to work for years and get experience. In some cases, you got to get qualified. You got to go to college. You got to do this. Everything in life worth a damn, excuse my language, takes some type of sacrifice to get, takes some type of dedication to get. In this field, to make money is no different. You got to take time in, learn your machine, learn how to twist the knobs and adjust for tension, right? But riddle me this. All right, I got a few more thumbs ups. Riddle me this, right? When you are in your garment decorating journey, if your goal is to make money, if your goal is to really have a business, right? A business that's sustainable, a business that you can grow, what you're going to have to do eventually is you want to push out quantity. There's several different routes that you can go. You can start, outsourcing your work to get created. But if you want to be like me and kind of like be your own boss and kind of like employ other people and kind of like start your own thing from the ground up, something, your own business overall, right? A-Dubb Productions. I'm producing stuff. I've made this, I'm producing. If you want to do that, you have to think about scaling up. And in order to scale up and push out quantity, you have to get more equipment, right? So what's the best heat press? Everybody like, the Fusion IQ Hottronics, right? The Fusion IQ Hottronics, that's like a $2,700 heat press, right? And if your business is doing okay, right, and you bought your first heat press was that, and you want to get another one, how do you scale up, bro? It's going to be expensive. And if your competitor, right, or your friend or somebody else, anybody else that you're watching gets an $800 heat press and they want to scale up, they only got to spend $800, right? If they're satisfied with their heat press, $800 versus your $2,700 Fusion IQ, whatever. Not saying that it's not nice to have the greatest, latest, nice heat press with all the features, programmable settings. All that is great and comes in handy. Very, very useful. But if you guys have the same transfer, right? Same transfer, $800 heat press, Fusion IQ, press it onto a shirt. One of you guys tell me the difference. In the chat, can you tell the difference? In the chat, can you tell the difference between a Fusion IQ pressing down the same transfer versus a $400 or $300 heat press? In the chat, yes or no? Can you tell the difference? I'll answer it for you. Hell no. You guys getting where I'm trying to go with this? So early on, exactly. No. So early on, Imran, it's possible. How, Jeffrey? How is it possible? Please tell me how it's possible, Jeffrey. There's one, it's possible. Ain't no way. You know how I know? Because I started off on a cheap, that heat press, I bought a package off of eBay back in the day, $300. And I started off pressing vinyl. I've been doing this for years now. I cannot tell the difference from then using that cheap heat press to now, right? And heat presses, I don't care what heat press you got. I got a bunch of different heat presses. I got 3 different heat presses in the room right now. All of them vary in temperature around the edges and all that. So and that right there, that test is silly. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because vinyl's getting pressed. It doesn't matter if it's a little, 5 degrees colder in the corner and 10 degrees. People do a lot of ridiculous things online to me. And it's cool. It's cool for content and it's valid, right? You want to see the one that's closest in temperature gauging, but I'm here to tell you guys it doesn't matter because you guys watch a lot of videos. And when have you ever seen somebody press something and people using all different presses? When have you ever seen somebody press something and it failed to press in just one specific section due to the fluctuation of the heat? I would say maybe they didn't press it long enough. I don't think that happens. Sometimes it might vary because they didn't have enough pressure, depending on what you're pressing, right? But a lot of this stuff does not matter, guys. Got 40 people in the chat and 19 thumbs up. Let me get some more thumbs up, guys. Please tell me. Okay, so Jeffrey, we want to know. Okay, I started with a Fusion. My son started with the Amazon press and had issues with cold spots. I started with the eBay press, which is worse than an Amazon press, and I never had issues. My Amazon press that I bought, that was my first press, I don't know, maybe over 20 years ago. Still works to this day. I never had issues with it. So I don't know what, I know people who have Fusion IQs that there's discussions in groups of people who have Fusion IQs that Fusion IQ just conked out on them, stopped working because there's too many digital issues. I'm not knocking Fusion IQ. I'm not telling you not to get it. But what I'm telling you guys is it's important to realize that sometimes maybe I'm focusing on the wrong thing, right? Let me give you an example. Back to the embroidery. I don't care what embroidery machine anybody is using. Give me the .dst file. Give them the .dst file. Go get your friend that has a Tajima, a Beridan, a Melco, anything. Go get your friend. Give me the .dst file. Let's go live. We'll both embroider, and let's see if you guys can tell the difference. Blind. No, I would like to do is blind. What I'm saying is like the end result, most cases, the end result is like, you can't tell the difference, right? Nobody goes in the store, except us garment decorators, like I said, and says, hey, this embroidery looks great. I wonder what embroidery machine. I wonder if they did this on a Melco. I wonder if they... No, only people that are into embroidery machines says that. No person in their right, like a regular person just shopping, thinks like that. I wonder what they embroidered, what they sold these Nikes up with. Nobody cares. This is nice. I want it. Hey, how much is this? Wow, this looks like good quality. I like the way it feels. This is a thick shirt. It's heavy. Wow, this design looks nice. That's about it. That's about it. You know what I mean? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, in the chat. Am I saying anything wrong? Got 39 in the chat, 26 likes. Come on, let me get some thumbs up, guys. Share this video out. But hey, Jeffrey said he can tell the difference, man. But see, Jeff, you said you can tell the difference. You gave me an example of your son having an Amazon press and had cold spot issues. That's not telling the difference. See how online when I say stuff or when people say stuff, it can be twisted around. Jeffrey, you said you can tell the difference. That's not telling the difference. So there was a point in time where that heat press probably didn't have cold spots. Y'all pressed the same design and it worked. What I'm saying is both of the shirts side by side, when the press worked, you cannot tell the difference. I'm not saying that, okay, his press didn't have problems. Any piece of equipment has problems, right? Some people have good experiences. Some people have bad experiences. They come from these factories. Some of them are bad. Somebody might have had a bad day on the job and like, I don't care. They shorted my paycheck. You know what I mean? And that batch of machines that went out that day to the world is a bad batch of machines. Every single machine out there has a bad batch, somebody has an issue some type of way, or has somebody who messed it up, user error, or plugged it in the wrong cord and then shorted it out or something like that. Every machine has that. But every machine also has a group of people who's like, mine works just fine. Right or wrong in the chat? In the chat, right or wrong? Rob Beats in the building. DJ Rob Beats. DJ, I feel like you deserve it. You know what? Certain people I'm gonna like have a thing that says chicka, chicka, chicken, like when they come in. Dudes Customs. What did you say? Why is your message restricted, bro? Let me unrestrict that. How do I unrestrict that? I don't know how to unrestrict that. But Rob Beats, man, can you tell the difference? Can you tell the difference between if a heat press, can you tell the difference in the design if somebody's pressing on what's the heat presses that Amazon sells, the real cheap ones? Fusion in the chat, who remembers? I can't unrestrict it. I don't know how it got restricted. Dude's Customs in the building. That's my guy. I don't know how it got restricted. I can't fix it. I don't know. Dudes, you might have been trying to type something suspect there. You know what I mean? How's my live stream looking, guys? Is the video looking good? Is the video quality looking good? I'm trying to have good quality for you guys. But my buddy came in the studio today to help me out. Just to, because I was doing some applique. So she came in to help me out. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, I still want to know. The difference was in the wash results, not the press at the start. Bro, I have stuff that I pressed from back then. Do I? No, I'm lying. No, I don't. I was about to lie to y'all. I don't do that. But no. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that, bro. So you're telling me a heat press, a Fusion IQ heat press, same exact transfer, right? Same exact transfer. And because you press it on a Fusion press versus somebody who pressed it on another press, your Fusion press made it last longer in washes? In the chat. That's a little stretch for me. That's a little stretch. I would say maybe a transfer fails because that transfer is probably wasn't pressed correctly. Maybe the temperature, maybe the pressure. But I don't know about that being the cause because of that specific press. Because you have people online that have full businesses with just a crappy $400 Amazon press. Right or wrong, in the chat, you have people in the chat. Have you ever seen somebody who says, "Oh, I'm killing it right now. Cheap heat press, bam, 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 bam." And they're like, "I'm $1 million seller. Or I sell on Etsy all day, every day. Popular Etsy shop." Right or wrong? Indeed, agreed. We see it. We watch these videos every day. All I'm trying to say is, guys, if you want to make money, if you want to be about your business, if you want to get ahead, right? Focus on what matters. Focus on, okay, how do I get more customers? Okay, who do I need to get this in front of? Okay, what people would buy this shirt, right? Whoever's going to buy this shirt for me, they're not going to say, "Yo, that's a nice shirt. How much is it? What'd you press this on?" Nobody's going to say that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, right? Right or wrong? No, does anybody care? Does anybody care when they see a nice shirt they want? Did you press that with the Fusion IQ? Or did you press that with an Amazon press? Did you try to press that with an eBay press, or did you press that with the Wilder Press Pro? Nobody cares. We care about this stuff. The topic is, how do you scale that? How do you scale that, bro? So I'm saying, like, with a Fusion IQ, you bought the creme de la creme heat press. You bought the top of the line Graph Tech. Your business is growing, right? You want to scale up. You need more gear. It's difficult. It's more difficult to buy more of the same gear at an expensive price versus more of the same gear at a lower price. And if you want to make the most money, you bargain shop. You shop for things that are on sale. You shop for things that are best price, so you can get more of those things, so you can scale your business up faster, so you can spend the money, spend the excess money where it matters, like advertising. Like for an employee, employees are priceless. Employees will, and employees, like, you ever want to do something and say, yo, man, I wish I had two of me. I wish I had two of me. Imagine if you had two of you, right? Imagine if you could just, and there's two of you for your business. You would kill it, right? That's what employees do. When you start to, train them and to do what you got to do, and they start taking away your tasks. So if you had extra money to spend to pay somebody else a good salary, that's the way you scale your business. And they had their own heat press, right? Versus you having to go out and buy another really, really, really expensive heat press. It's just a strain. So something like embroidery. Embroidery machines are expensive. We know this. So like when you buy like a high-priced embroidery machine, right? This is the reason why I'm thinking about this. While the Eagles were on their streak, I ran into a brick wall. I couldn't make these sweatshirts fast enough. And it got me to thinking, because I see other YouTubers online and they're asking around like, yo, I want to get into embroidery. I'm thinking about this machine, or I'm thinking about this machine. And I'm honestly thinking to myself, I'm like, and I see some people like, they're going to, okay, well, I'm going to go with this machine. I'm going to go with that machine. But when you get a big order with one head, you're in trouble. You're going to be there for a long time. So when you realize, yo, I need another embroidery machine. If you bought that top of the line machine, how do you scale that? You got to go spend a whole nother $27,000 as opposed to a lower price machine for like $16,000. That's significant. That's like an $11,000. That's significant. You know what you can do to 11 grand? You know how much inventory you can buy with that? You know how many ads you can buy with that? You know how much camera equipment, how much lighting equipment to do your advertising so your videos can look better? So there's no right or wrong way to do things. We all like nice stuff. I like nice stuff. I like the latest, greatest stuff, right? But it's just something to think about. Right? This is live now. Yes, Cynthia, it is live now. Oops, I hate that I did that. What did you do? Alan, I'm saying. Yeah, you can press the shirt twice. I made $4,500. On again with Andre Glenn. What's going on? I made $4,500 pressing outside over 2 days with a $200 press. The video is online if you think I'm capping. Prime example. On again with Andre Glenn said he made $4,500 pressing with a $200 press. You think any of his customers like, yo, that press looks kind of janky, bro? Yeah. How much is that shirt? But the press, nobody cares. Go in different Facebook groups. Look at different designs, right? If you see somebody post a nice design, the questions are, hey, how did you make that design? How did you do this? How did you do that? You got different embroidery groups. I keep on going back to embroidery because that's what made me want to do this video. In every single group that I've joined, because I joined just to see what people are talking about, just to see if like this machine has a problem, that machine has. Everybody complains about the same issues in every single embroidery brand group. Oh, I can't get the, except for Melco. Melco has that tension thing, the auto tension, but other problems, same problems, right? But the Melco machines, I still don't consider that an embroidery machine because it has no brain. It doesn't operate without a computer. You have to have a computer connected to it. But guess what? Even still, it doesn't matter. Because there are people with Melcos making a crap ton of money. There are people with Deco Summit. There's a guy that had 26 heads, all Ricomas. He's a millionaire. He gave a presentation, right? I killed it. Everybody's like, yo, your quality's crazy. Your quality's crazy. In the comments, I got, you did that on a Ricoma. Hey, can get this, I'm thinking so much. On the other side of the table, there's those Eagles designs. Can you hand me one? Right over there, Raquel. Right over there. Right underneath the hat. Yeah, give me all of them. Just give me a stack. Yeah, and you can come, bro, bro. Like, who cares? All day, I did these all day. Who cares what machine it was done on? It looks good. It looks quality. What do you think about this? Does that look like it came from Foot Locker, or does it look like shit? Ooh.
No, it looks nice.
It looks nice.
And the quality is good.
This is my friend Raquel. We've known each other forever.
Hey, y'all.
She came to help me out in the studio today and cut some stuff.
It's a Philly thing.
Did that on, that's one of the hoodies that I did. So all I'm
this
saying.
This is nice though. The quality is good. You can tell. It's not,
Exactly, right? So what I'm saying is, like, if you know how to use your gear, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what machine you're on. We got to start shifting our focus and start thinking about what does matter. What matters is, how do I get the sale? How do I get these customers? Who do I need to put my stuff in front of? Right? In the comments, what else can you think about that really does matter, that's going to help your bottom line? It's not the heat press, right? It's nice to have the heat press. It's nice to have the one with the laser automatic stop, but the automatic stop is not going to help you understand tension. It's not going to help you understand how to adjust the knobs to help you get a quality stitch out like this, right? It's not going to help. Only thing that's going to help you is knowing how to work your machine. All that other stuff does not matter at all, right? So we always see people online like arguing in the comments. Nah, man, I got this machine, I got that machine. It doesn't matter, guys. Doesn't matter in the comments. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You don't have to agree with me. You can say no. I'll take a firm no, but do not tell me no unless you give me an explanation. I need to know why. That Eagles logo is nice.
Really nice.
What are the best printer? What are the best printers? Somebody said, what are the best printers? The best printer is the printer that you can afford that'll do what you need it to do. But I would say the best sublimation printer is the Sawgrass SG1000 because it prints 13x9 and it's a whole system and it comes with customer support versus people that, but guess what? There are people that have converter printers, Epson printers that are printing fantastic images and they look great and they sell. But there's no customer support because those Epson printers, not the F570 and stuff, but those Epson printers with the tank, the eco tank systems, they're not built to be sublimation printers. So if you have a problem and you call Epson, they're not going to help you. So to avoid headaches, just buy what's meant to be a sublimation thing.
It's nice. It's nice. The quality is nice though.
So the reason why I made these is one of my friends wanted some sweatpants. So I made this and I put it on the pants leg of the sweatpants and it came out really dope. I wish I could show it. It's on my phone. Let me see if I have a picture of it so I can show them real fast. It came out really good. And I didn't post it online because I didn't want to post it online because I was nervous that everybody was going to want one. And I had way too much work around the time. Way too much work. Let me see if I can get rid of this so I can show them that. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see. Those are sweatpants. Yeah, I can't zoom or anything like that. But I put it right on the leg of the sweatpants and I sewed it on.
What method did you use to put it on the pants?
Yeah, I sewed it. So right behind us, I have two sewing machines. I have the one with the long neck right there, so it can go so the pants leg can go inside of it, and you can twist it around. So I manually sewed it, and it has a foot. It has a table on it too, but I sewed it on right along the edge right here. Took my time, sewed it right along the edge onto the pants. Came out fantastic. And I just made a whole bunch of them because I got multi heads, and I just wanted. It looks so good. I'm like, I got to make myself one. Mm-hmm. So instead of making one, I just put a big hoop on and made a batch of them. And yeah. Very nice. So let me see. My sublimation Epsom has lasted 8 months. No problem. $200. Prime example. See what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. $200. No problems. Making money. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If you're willing to take the time to learn it, you can make the money. It doesn't matter, guys. So let's not focus on the wrong thing. Let's focus on what really does matter. How do you receive notifications or responses on past videos? I just look at the comments. But I have over 1,500 videos on my channel. So I'm not saying it's really, really hard for me, one person, to keep up with every single comment. So I hired somebody. She's going to start on the 15th. On the 24th. 24th. Yeah. And she's going to be doing a lot of stuff. She does it already. She does DTG. She has a multi-head embroidery machine. She does pretty much everything that I do. So it's going to be great. We went to film school together. She knows how to edit film. She knows how to use a camera. So it's going to be fantastic. And I wouldn't be able to put myself in that position if I was buying the most expensive stuff, because I wouldn't have the extra income to hire somebody, right? And to do the things that I need to do to make my business grow. But guys, if you guys remember years ago, I didn't know none of this stuff. I didn't know any of this stuff. So this is all stuff that I had to learn. And as I'm learning stuff, I'm making videos to try to help you guys, right? To try to help you guys. So I got the SE500 last year. When I seen your video, I'm about to learn how to use with the help of your past video. I've been looking at your advice about getting equipment than using when ready. Yeah, but look, guess what? I love my SE500. I love my SE1000. What?
Definitely say that too. The fact that you could hire somebody says enough.
Exactly. So but I know people have had problems with the Epsom that has asked me for problems, and I don't cap and try to tell people that I can help them with stuff that I don't use, because I don't believe in trying to like offer some fake advice, offer some stuff that I don't know anything about. But I also know people that have problems with the sawgrass, right? I know people that have problems with the sawgrass system. So it doesn't matter what you have, guys. What matters is, like, as a community, how do we get to this money? How do we get some of this money in our pocket? And if we focusing on what's the best one, and we arguing with each other over why are you using that machine and why are you using that machine, when it really doesn't matter at the end result, nobody cares. Like, nobody. What sublimation printer did you print that design on that you pressed onto the shirt? Nobody's never ever said that question.
Once it's good quality, they're not asking.
Once it's not blurry, and no matter what sublimation printer you use, no matter what heat press you use, if you do it wrong, you're gonna get ghosting. Period. It doesn't matter. You're gonna get ghosting. If you don't, if you move it, if you pop up your heat press and just snatch off the paper, you're gonna get ghosting. So it's ways to do things, no matter what thing you're using, to get great results. How do I know this? Because I watch videos and people have all different type of equipments.
Cynthia says, because if I'm watching a video from 3 years ago, I may make a comment. So what is turned around time? What's the turnaround time for a comment? So getting a response, that's what I meant to ask.
So, how about right now, since I'm live, how about you ask me that question right now so I can answer that question? Because like I said, I have 1,500 videos on my channel. I can't give you a turnaround time on 1,500 videos. I don't have I can't, there's no way for me to calculate that. I have over 1,500 random videos on my channel. So how do I, and I got hundreds and hundreds of people every single day leaving comments. So I have 1,500 videos on the channel. People are consistently watching those videos, and people are consistently leaving comments. How? I don't even know how. I don't know that kind of math. I can't figure it. It's not something that I can figure out, because, like, literally, if in order to answer every single question for all these videos that I have, I would have to stop doing everything, stop making videos, stop embroidering, stop selling merch, and that would have to be one job by itself. Right. It's a tough thing. Like, it's a tough thing.
I think they could probably send an email.
And
That's
listen,
what people normally do.
no, you're not understanding. She doesn't get it.
I mean, I understand a little bit what
All
you're
right,
saying.
look at this.
Definitely.
This is my YouTube studio right here, right? These are questions that I have. How do I answer all of this? I'm still scrolling. We're not even a quarter. We're not even halfway. And it's going to stop because.
Yeah, definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Guys.
Even with your assistant, it would be so difficult.
How do I. Let me go back to.
It's really difficult. I see what you're saying.
You can't. And every 30-something minutes, I get a set of new comments. Look at this.
So
look at these questions.
Jason Turner said, "I'm
some of them are comments, some of them are questions.
Get license approved for image that's needed."
You go talk to the organization that owns the image.
Nora says, "What material is used to make the shirt you have on?"
Rhinestones. Rhinestones. You need flock. You need flock and rhinestones.
Okay, do you have a video that shows how you tell the 600 where to start in embroidery? Because I think I'm set in, but needle
the SE 600
different spot and starts not where I want it to.
Okay, so
probably not measure it up right.
No, so in the SE 600, everything is done as far as your stop point. I got 60 people in chat, 35 likes. Give me some more thumbs ups, guys. Please run me up so this video can go up a little bit. Give me some more thumbs ups. So in embroidery, the stop points are determined in digitizing. So all that is controlled in digitizing. So let me read that over. Let me see. Which one was it? Was this one? Do you have a video that shows how to tell the 600 where to start in embroidery? Because I think let me read it. I'm setting, but the needle moves to different spots and starts not where I want it. Okay, right. So like I said, that when that design was created, it was created to start in a specific point. Every time you load up that design to embroider, it's going to start exactly at that point. So you have to go into your digitizing software and physically move the start point to another location, so it can start where you want it to start. Other than that, it's going to start in that specific point every time. It's never going to start in a different point every single. It's impossible, because the digitizing is a file. A file doesn't think. A file doesn't say, okay, today I'm going to start here. Okay, today I'm going to start here. No, a file does this. This is what a file does. It says, boop, 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 done. A file doesn't say, you know what? Today I'm going to go boop, boop, boop. And tomorrow I'm going to go boop, boop, bip. It doesn't make sense, right? So it starts at the same point every single time, and it finishes at the same point every single time. And that's controlled in digitizing, right? So do you have okay here? So I hope that answers your question. If not, go in the comments, ask me, let's get, I'll try to clarify that a little bit more. Are you familiar with the Caesar Easy Color DTV for inkjet printers? I am not, never use it. Sorry, KG, never use that.
I try to say, hey yo, hi guys, hey.
Everything is
okay, I think I'm understanding. Cynthia says she understands what you're saying.
For years. Okay, so put it like this. I started years ago, right? And you guys that have been watching for years, I started with that little black press, that little black eBay press, and a Silhouette Cameo. I pressed vinyl for years before I got a new heat press. Sublimate, it pressed fine. It pressed fine. I had no issues with it, but you got nicer presses out there. I always wanted a Heat Press Nation press, right? Everybody wants a Heat Press Nation press with the slide out drawer. Oh my gosh, everybody wants a slide out drawer, right? It's a series of progression, and you slowly but surely get to that Fusion IQ. But what I'm saying is, between the Fusion IQ and that $200 press that Andre Glenn had on a design, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? There's no difference. Like when you press the vinyl or whatever you're pressing, it does the same job. So, when you're buying this expensive stuff, it's just more difficult to scale your business. You're putting yourself in a tough spot in some cases. That's why you got some people, right? They start off with this embroidery machine and they get that embroidery machine. But me trying to scale my business and thinking ahead, I keep my old embroidery machine and add to another embroidery machine, then I add to another embroidery machine, then I add another embroidery machine, because I'm preparing for the amount of money that I want to make, right? I want to take this to the next level. I make great money, but I want to make greater money. I want to make money that I can hire this person, I can hire that person, right? And I can make them be a boss, and I can make them be a boss, and I can go on the beach and I can chill. I can say, hey, do this, and delegate, right? Mm-hmm. It feels good to help people. It feels good to put money in somebody's pocket, right? Not only does it feel good, you're rewarded for that in taxes and stuff like that. It just feels good to like make a difference in somebody's life. That's part of the reason why I make these videos. I make these videos to try to help people and try to get you guys to think, because it's a lot of BS online. It's a lot of BS online.
Yes.
And a lot of times we hear things and we don't think until somebody breaks it down to us. Just like, and no knock to him, but I forgot what his name was, but he said, my question was, can you tell the difference between two shirts when this press pressed it and that press pressed it? And he said, yeah, I can tell. And I was like, tell me how you can tell. And he said, well, my son had problems because he had cold spots on that machine. That's not telling the difference between the two. See how when we hear stuff online, it can kind of like be misleading a little bit. And then it took me a little while to say, wait a minute, that's not telling the difference, bro. You know what I mean? That's not telling the difference. That just means that one press had an issue. But that one press that your son had, it's other people that had that press that didn't have any issues. If not, it will be discontinued, right? Alan, don't BS. That's why I love your channel. Right, I'm not trying to BS, you know what I mean? I like when you guys use my affiliate link. I love it. I love to get you guys to get this machine, get that machine, get that machine. But at the same time, I just want you guys to know, whatever your budget is, just get it and just start. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, okay? You don't need the best heat press. You don't need the best sublimation printer. You don't need the best embroidery machine. Get started. And if I have an affiliate link for it, use my affiliate link. Use my affiliate link for it.
Cynthia said in August had to get a new machine because Fed Dog Post broke. But yeah, I feel pretty new with this machine.
Yeah. Getting some new gear feels good. It feels good. Everybody wants something new and shiny. It feels good. Open up that package. It feels good to have that latest technology.
Oh, that's cool what Laura says.
Sometimes like the technology is overkill, right? Like I'm quite sure some machines have features on it that we're like, what the heck would we need that for, right? Why would I need a flash drive on my heat press? Why would I need a SD card slot in my heat press? Why would I need a stylus? Why do I need a stylus to program the temperature? Like, what? WTF? In the chat, why would I need a stylus to operate a heat press? Like, let's think here, guys. Like, does that even bro, really? So it's like, it's nice to have my heat press can wash my dishes, right? Like, who needs that? Like, let's be real. We're pressing shirts here, right? It's nice to have though. It's nice to have. I want it. I want the Fusion IQ with the slide out drawer and the swivel and all. I want it, but it's all I'm saying is, guys,
I have a question for you.
It's not necessary. Who?
Hey, Dub. I have been watching for a while. I want to buy an embroidery machine. I've seen some that are used, and in my budget, do you think it's a good idea to buy used?
Okay, buying used heat presses. He said heat press and embroidery machine. I don't recommend buying used embroidery machine. I'll tell you why. If you don't own an embroidery machine, you don't know what to watch out for when you're buying a used embroidery machine. You don't know what to go and check and see how this works. My first machine was brand new, right? And I bought another brand new machine, right? And then after I knew the functionality of the machines, then I looked for used machines, and then I went out and bought a used machine because I had time with the new machine So I knew exactly what to look for. I know I need the needles to go up and down, and I know I need the head to travel from this side to that side. And I was confident that anything else I can figure out or I can fix. You don't have that information. So I think you should buy something new first, get familiar with the equipment, and then as you want to build, if your budget doesn't permit for you to buy a new one, then look for one on the used market, because when you go check it out, as of right now, you got nothing to go off of, but the person can press this button, that button, and say, see, it's working, and you won't know any better, because you won't know, okay, yeah, I see it's working, but let me do something real fast. Give me a second with this machine. Press that, and all of a sudden you press that. Well, bro, that's working, but I'm pressing this right now, and that's not working. You don't know what button to press. So you could be out of thousands and thousands of dollars. I knew what buttons to press. The only thing that I took a risk on was that DTG machine right there. It was $45. I talked the guy down to $4,500, and that was just a risk that I was willing to take. In business, like, you got to take some risks. That was just a risk. And if it didn't work out, I would have made a video, an embarrassing video about how I got gypped and got bamboozled out of $4,500, and it would have been a cool video, and I would have been salty and out of $4,500. That's just a risk that you take. I was willing to take that risk for you guys, right? But it just so happened that every risk that I took worked out. But why? Because in the embroidery machines, when I bought that used EM1010, I had bought a new EM1010. Everybody was bashing the machine. I had my machine running like clockwork. Who remembers that? Embroidering all my Blackberry merch on my EM1010. Then I found a used one, $4,500, magic number for me that year. And I knew exactly what buttons to press when I drove up to check the machine. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew exactly what, if it wasn't doing it, and it moved back and forth. I pressed the cut button. The needles went up and down. I'm like, well, shoot, the needles are going up and down. The thing's moving, traveling back and forth. Fine. Took it. Boom. Works fine. My second two head, $7,500. Go back in the videos. Y'all remember when I bought that? Some of y'all. I knew exactly what to check for, right? Now, he did get over on me a little bit, but not quite. Because of the price, it wasn't really a get over, but he did pull something slick that I didn't notice on the machine. And there's a lot of screws missing on the machine. And he had a hat on the machine covering up one of the arms, and the door was missing off the arm. So I had to order a new door, cheap compared to a brand new two-head machine. Dude, I paid $7,500 for a two-head multi-needle embroidery machine. And guys, guess what? During the season, right? Like, I made like $4,000 in like 3 days. That just passed. When I wasn't dropping videos and I was just embroidering, I was just dropping down those clips of me embroidering, like $4,000 in like 3 days. Killed it, guys. And not only with those hoodies, but with other stuff that I was making. But without the other two-head, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So if I would have got myself into something way more expensive, and I want to stick with the same machine because I know how to press the buttons, and when you know how to press the buttons and get something to work, you want to stick with that, right? So if I would have bought something more expensive, it might not have been available, right? Or I might not have had the capital to get it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, be careful what you get initially, because when it's time to scale up, how do you scale that? It's difficult. It's going to be difficult. Mm-hmm. Yes, I found it on Marketplace. So guys, check Facebook Marketplace but again, it's a risk. You do. Rob Beats will tell you need to take risks. You got to take risks in this business, especially if you want to be successful, man. You got to be willing to take some risks, right? I mean, I'm quite sure all of us, or a lot of us, have been scammed out of some money before, right? Like, you got the guys on the streets with the cups, you know what I mean? Like, I've been robbed for $100 when I was younger. Saltiest feeling ever. My mom gave me $100. That was my first $100. I thought I was rich, right? We're on a field trip to the Philadelphia Zoo. I'll never forget it. And my friend Desiree Bailey, I will never forget. She laughed at me. Till this day, if I call Desiree Bailey, she would laugh at me right there. I was so, you get this feeling of salt that takes over your whole body, and you just feel there, you just feel so used and cheated. You guys know that feeling I'm talking about. You just feel like you got robbed. And oh my gosh. But yeah, she laughs about that to this day. Come on, guys. 63 people in the chat. Let me get some more thumbs up, guys. Come on. Which desktop embroidery machine do you recommend starting with to get your feet wet? Okay, so desktop embroidery machines. I only had one ever, Brother SE600. I had the PE800, but I recommend that you guys start off with the SE1900. SE means sewing and embroidering. PE means embroidery only, right? I recommend you guys get the sewing, the one that sews and embroiders, because I think as garment decorators, it's important to be able to sew, right? So you can convert that machine into a sewing machine, and you can put that arm back on and embroider with it. So that way, you know, if you ever need to sew on a patch, you got experience sewing, right? You can embroider the patch, and after you embroider it, you sit it to the side, and then when it's time to sew it on something, you know how to sew also, right? You can start experimenting with making your own shirts, making your own pants, making your own bucket hats, all types of stuff. So it's cool to be well-rounded and have well-versed in every single thing in the garment decorating industry. So it's not bad to grab different pieces of equipment and stuff like that. So yeah. I started with the SE600. The reason why I don't make any SE600 videos anymore, because I like to help people start off small, but I have find a YouTube channel, find a channel on YouTube that has more videos on the Brother SE600 than mine. I'll wait. I have over 100 videos on the Brother SE600. Never been in touch with one representative from Brother. Nobody ever reached out to me ever. And I know they have affiliates, and it just sucks. And I'm a little bitter about that, and I am. I'll admit it to you guys. So that's one of the reasons why I stopped. But another reason why I stopped is because I just have too many videos on that. On that, I couldn't go anywhere else with it. Right? There's one video that I know. There's one skill that I know how to do that I didn't do a video on, and that's when you're digitizing, how to split a design so that you can embroider like a larger design in that 5x6, the readjustable hoop. I know in digitizing, you can take a certain image, you can split it in half, and you can embroider half of it, reposition hoop, hence the term repositional hoop. It's called a repositional hoop. You literally just take it on this side, embroider that half, select the other file, reposition the hoop to the very, and embroider the other half, and they both meet fine. I never did a video on that because it's like, okay, you know, maybe I will go back and do it, but you know, do you make the shirt you have on? It's beautiful. Yes, I did make. No, you know, I made the shirt, but the baby's booty actually gave me the template. The baby's booty gave me the template. Yeah, so I didn't make the shirt. I made a video when I made the shirt too. I made the shirt, but the baby's booty made the actual template. Yeah, so let me make that, you know, leave that in there. So because, you know, yeah, 5x12 hoop. I think it might be a 5x12, the reposition hoop. I'm not sure. When you do a bulk order, what is your minimum item piece that you make the customers do?
And do you insist on providing the blanks?
I do always insist on providing the blanks because when customers provide the blank, you take a risk of working with a shirt or an item that you're unfamiliar with. So I always try to like get people to use my own blanks, or I try to get people to let me purchase the blank, because when I purchase the blank, like when a customer gives you blanks and say they want 10 shirts, you're going to get 10 shirts, right? Me, when I'm doing a bulk order, if I'm doing 10 shirts, I'm going to order 12 shirts, or I'm going to have 12 shirts, because if something gets messed up, you got to, you know, replace it, right? You don't want to put crappy work out there. Excuse me. So that's the difference. And plus, you know, you can make a little bit of extra money if they're using your shirt, right? So you can price them, you know, you get them for this price, you can price it a little bit higher in addition to all the other fees that you charge them. So I always like to use my shirts. Yeah. 8 months and still haven't touched it. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and Dominica. I got 8 SE600s. Because when I first got this place, I wanted to do classes on them, and I'm still going to do classes on them because it's a great entry-level machine. I got tables, I got chairs, and all that stuff. You guys saw when I first moved in here. I got all that stuff set up to do classes and help people start off. Do you do your own digitizing? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Just watch that. But digitizing is something that is very, 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 very time-consuming. I do my digitizing, but I also do have an in-house digitizer, right? Because when you're trying to scale, digitizing is definitely something that you can't afford to spend a bunch of time on. So I'll tell you, like, the digitizer that I use, I've had to go back and like give him instructions. But because that's the power of knowing how to digitize versus not knowing how to digitize and just outsourcing, period. Like if you know how to digitize and something is embroidering out and you see something wrong with it, you can hit your guy up and be like, yo, you didn't add enough density to this. Or, yo, why do you have all these colors overlapping on each other? Could you do a hole on this color and then put that color inside instead of having like 4 different threads embroidering on top of each other? You wouldn't think about that stuff if you don't know digitizing. So it's very valuable to know digitizing, but depending on how your business is run, I don't advise you to spend time digitizing every single embroidery design, because it's just when you're looking for that quality, it's just something that takes too long to do. If it's a small name, with a circle and some letters around it, whatever, that's easy to digitize. You can jump in your software and do that in 10 minutes. But if it's something like this, for example, right, this takes a long time to digitize. My black bear, long time digitize. I digitized those myself, and that was the most complicated logo ever, and I would never do it again. But depending on what it is, yeah, it's not worth the time to do it, because especially if you're trying to get to the dollar, right? But it's good to be capable of doing it, right? Do you plan on doing classes for the PE800? I don't plan on doing class for the P800, because the P800 and the SE600 and all those machines, as far as embroidery for the single meters, they're the same machine. It's just that the only difference between the SE600 and the P800 is, okay, so the SE600 sews and embroider, the P800 only embroiders. The P800 has a larger embroidery field with that one hoop, with that one 5x7 hoop, and the SE600 only has a 4x4-inch embroidery field, right? So the only difference embroidery-wise between those embroidery machines is one embroiders larger than the other. One has a larger embroidery field. That's the only difference. You still load up the files the same way. You still use the machine the same way. So like my class for the SE600 embroidery instructions would be the same. And also you wind bobbins differently because the thread path is a little bit different, because the top is a little different. But besides that, they both do the same thing. So there's really no point in making like a whole series of new P800 videos when the SE600 pretty much does. I have both machines. They right. The P800 does embroider a little smoother, have a little bit more power because it's a bigger machine, but the motor feels a little stronger. So that's about it, guys. All right, so I'm about to jump off of here, guys. What's your opinion on purchasing a used white toner printer? Same thing. If you never had a white toner printer, you don't know exactly what to look out for. Maybe the owner of the white toner printer can show you that the white toner printer works, right? But what if because I've had a lot of gear, and it's possible for you to use something 5 times, and on that 6th time it stops working. You don't know that. Like, machines are finicky, right? And it's possible for somebody to know that, hey, like, if I wiggle this cord back here, it's gonna turn off because the cord is no good, right? Or something like some weird stuff like that. But if I hold it to the side like this way, and there's all types of weird nuances that you would never know unless you had one before. So white toner printer, I don't know. I would say, like, if you're trying to start a business, just get what you need. Just get what you need, because if you get what you need, you know that it's new. You have no worries about, I wonder if this is how it's supposed to operate, right? You don't have to worry about that because it's new. If it's not working, you call the company you bought it from, and they'll show you how to work it, or they'll replace it for you because you just bought it, right? If you buy it new and that's your only and first white toner, you don't know what to look out for, and then the person who sold it for you, they're not going to give you money back, right? This is not Uninet. They're not going to give you money back. You're going to ghost you. They're going to, it was working when I gave it to you, right or wrong. So you're taking a shot. And I wouldn't, unless you know it, unless you're willing to take that shot. Like I said, I took a shot because I'm a YouTuber, right? I'm a YouTuber, and you guys deserve some entertainment every now and then. And I deserve to put some of this money that you guys help me get, right? Because you guys are watching videos, you guys are clicking. I deserve to put my tail on the line, to put some money on the line just to entertain you guys so you guys can get some entertainment or even a laugh or at my expense. It's okay. I'm okay with that because I'm just grateful that you guys helped me be in this position. That's why I take these risks. That's why I took these risks. It just so happened that I took educated risks and I took strategic risks and I took risks that were slight risks because I was familiar with the equipment, right? So I took calculated risks. This was an all-out ridiculous risk. The whole transaction was sketchy and weird and borderline dangerous, right? But you know, it was just something I was willing to do. But yeah, it's used equipment is weird, guys. It's weird. Like if you're familiar, yeah, go for it, right? Fine, because you know what to look for. But if you're not familiar and this is your last and you're trying to get in the game, just spend the money and buy something new. Second, third time around, you know what to look out for. You can get away with something used to scale it easier, but initially it's too much of a big risk. You're talking about what, a couple $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for used white toner. You're taking a big risk, right? So guys, I'm about to get out of here. Thank you, Alan and Raquel.
Somebody says, hi again, what do you think about this machine?
Which machine?
This machine?
The ZSK machines. I'll say it again. Machines that I've never used, I can't give you an opinion on it. I'm not the embroidery guy that's gonna say, yeah, GSK machines are good or bad, or Tajima machines are good or bad because of this. I've never used, well, Tajimas, I have used Tajimas. I have used a Tajima machine, and I'll say on record right now, the Tajima 2-head that I used, this was around the time when I first got my MT 2002 8S, and then I went to an event and I used a brand new, latest, greatest technology. It's a Tajima with the wave your hand and it shuts off auto safety device thing. Embroiders no different, no better than my Ricoma MT 2002 8S. I was not impressed. Twice the price. How do you scale that, bro? Twice the price. And I'm telling you guys, no better. No better. Can't talk about ZSK. Never use the ZSK. Have no opinion on it. Can't give you an opinion on something I never touched. I never use it. Even if I saw one, I didn't use it, so I can't give you an opinion. I can't consciously, as an influencer, give you any information on a machine that I have no information on. Other influencers might do that. I don't think they should. Yeah. It's not right. That's misguiding. Because you can't say this machine sucks because I saw a video on it and somebody else said it.
You never use it.
You never used it before. You never touched it before. You don't even have one, bro. How are you giving embroidery advice? You don't got no embroidery machine. Some people do. Be careful of the information that you get on the internet. Look around. Does it make sense? Bro, how are you giving embroidery machine advice? You don't even got that machine. The reason why I said what I said about Melco is because it's a fact. Melco machines have no brain. They cannot embroider anything if they're not connected to a computer. Have I ever used one? No, but it is a fact that a Melco machine must be connected to a computer in order to use it. When I did my research on which machine should I buy initially, that was one of the reasons why I did not go with Melco, because, bro, I'm buying an embroidery machine. I want to be able to embroider with the embroidery machine. If my embroidery machine needs a computer connected to it, that's not an embroidery machine. That's like a that's like a hybrid, right? Mm-hmm. But guess what? It doesn't matter because Angela Jasmina is killing it, right? But that's just my opinion. That's a fact, right? That's a fact. That machine cannot run without a computer connected to it. I don't need a computer connected to my machine. So that's the only machine that I will say something about based off of a fact. But other than that, Melco is a different machine, right? You know, it's a different machine. I've never ran Melcos. I've seen them run. I know that they embroider beautiful things. I know that all the machines that we might talk about in the chat embroider beautiful things. And this is exactly my point. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to say, bro, I like your design. I want to buy it, but what machine did you embroider? No customer cares. Either they're going to buy it or they're not going to buy it. That's it, right? I have a buy mirror 201 embroidery machine, and I see no difference in anything.
1201.
Bro, if you can get it to work and it's making you money, all that matters. But if you decide to go with the machine that you see your boy using, use my Ricoma affiliate link in the description down below. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. I got a ton of videos showing you how to do this, how to do that. And if I don't have a video showing you how to do something, let me know, and I'll make a video showing you how to do something. That's the difference, right? right? So, and maybe you can use that information for your machine, because maybe your machine might be similar. I don't know, but I'm just here to tell you guys, go after it. Don't let what you can and can't afford stop you. All right, I'm gonna close it out with that. What?
Y'all, this is so good. I can't even go eat.
All right, y'all. I'm out of here.
Thank you, guys.
It's
Good
been an
night.
hour. Thank you for tuning in.
Good
Raquel,
night.
I appreciate you. Wow, I
All the
appreciate
time.
you.
It's a Philly thing.
Coming out here and helping me out. All right, guys. I'm out of here. And I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Peace.
That was fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.